We'll find a path into a brighter day.
Hello and welcome back to Otome Plus. If you were ever watching what must have been about 5 to 6 years now ago, I had a computer that was a joke, to be honest, and it's taken me this long to afford a brand new computer that can run a simple point and click romance adventure novel. And I probably bought Ace Academy about 5 or 6 years ago, so I have no idea what it's about other than romance in a mech school. Sounds fantastic. I'm giving up with dysfunctional systems because that, one, I don't remember what happened, and two, it was pissing me off anyway. So, we're going to jump on to the next hot topic, which I've decided is Ace Academy. Don't know how old it is, but it does have overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam. So without further ado, my friends, let's start. Welcome to Ace Academy. Let's get a few things set up for you. Oh, I'm a man. A male MC. We'll go with Will. Scribble. Proceed. Yes. Oh, okay. So we've got athletics, so we're quick to react to tough situations and can hold our own in a fight. Intelligent. Exams are a breeze. Barely don't even need to study. Very tempting. I do get, simulated exam anxiety, a la Persona games. Or intuitive. Do they look stressed? What's their body language like? What are they really trying to say? I've always had a knack for reading people and their emotions. Now, this is a game where we want to date people, essentially, win the hearts of whomever we so grow attached to. Never been worried about athletics. Intelligence? No, we'll go with intuitive. That's it. Good luck at Ace Academy. All you need is your intuition.
Attention passengers.
Ooh, it's voice acted.
We will be arriving at our destination shortly. Please ensure you have all your belongings prior to exiting.
Something strikes my cheek. I turn away from the window and see a small hand beside me. A small, disembodied hand. Oh, look at this train. I wouldn't mind riding a train like this. Nikki. I glance at her sleeping form. She was always a bit of a restless sleeper. I move her hand back to her side, not as gently as I could have done it. We're almost there. She may as well wake up. She stirs and stretches with a wide yawn, hitting me in the face again. That one she must have done on purpose.
Oh, hey bro. Looks like I dozed off there.
What?
Did you sleep well?
Did you sleep well? Why does she sound like she's 5?
Revenge, what's this sleep, bro? Folding my arms across my chest, I sink back into my seat and mutter under my breath. If I had been asleep, that would have been a rude awakening, so I think I'm entitled to be a bit grumpy.
Aw, someone's a little cranky pants.
Oh my god. As she pats my head, I sink deeper into my seat, my protests gradually devolving into nothing more than a low growl. Like an angry cat, yeah. Nikki beams at me. At least one of us is enjoying this. The sun shines in my eyes, catching my attention. The sky is ablaze with deep reds and orange as the sun creeps towards its reflection on the glittering ocean. A soft breeze ripples the trees beyond the coast. The leaves seem to wave goodbye to us as we race past.
Doesn't it look like something out of a fairy tale?
There's a smile on her lips, but her warm eyes search my own. After a moment, she looks down and slinks back into her chair.
You know, you didn't have to come too. You were already in your first year at CINY, and, well, You didn't have to come too.
You didn't have to come to.
Great, I'll go back then. That's a relief. I'll just wait for this train to turn around, and then I'll take the first flight back to the States.
I don't understand sarcasm. I'm only 5.
Her eyes grow wide and she bites her lip, trying to keep the worry out of her face. I can't help but laugh. We're starting over here. That's a sentence. We're starting over here. A new life. There's no way I'd let you do that alone. Relief floods her face as she smiles. But more importantly, I heard Japanese college girls are total babes. Nikki's smile stays, but she rolls her eyes at my womanizing persona.
You're ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
We have arrived at Izokaze Station. Please stand clear of the doors.
Oh, that's our stop. Come on.
Come on.
As we exit the train, I'm bombarded with a cacophony of noise. A businessman walks briskly past, talking sternly on his phone, while a nearby mother tries in vain to soothe her screaming child. A group of older women sneak quick glances at us and whisper amongst themselves. Every so often, they burst into laughter. Oh my goodness, is he traveling with the chipmunk's 4th sibling? Nikki eagerly steps off the train and breathes in the cool air.
That's more like it.
Oh, that's cute. I love little pop-up emoticon thingies. She glances back at me and puts her hands on her hips.
Hurry up, Slowpoke.
Struggling with the weight of both our luggage, I stumble off the train. The suitcases fall ungracefully beside me onto the platform. It's a good thing there's nothing fragile in here. Offering to carry both of our bags no longer seems like such a good idea. Great. Fantastic. Wonderful. You know what? I like Will Scribble. I take a moment to stretch my burning limbs. You see Uncle Kaito yet?
Not yet. When were we supposed to meet him?
6:30-ish? Looks like he's running a bit late. Probably traffic. After a few minutes of scanning, a familiar face appears out of the crowd.
Uncle Kaito!
His face splits in a wide grin.
Welcome to Japan!
What was that? Nikki giggles at Kaito's English.
Hello, my name is Nikki.
What is happening? What the fuck? Why are you two talking like that?
What do you mean?
We are a racist. Stop.
Stop what, Oni-chan?
Christ. Seriously. Nikki and Kaito burst out laughing. There's no way I'm actually related to these two. I'm glad that's your position. A loud grumble interrupts us.
Sorry.
Uncle Kaito roars with laughter.
Let's get some food in you.
And with that for an introduction to each other, we hastily retreat from the train station.
Welcome home.
Nice. This place is the opposite of the cozy yet cramped apartment I expected from all my what stereotypes to expect when going to Japan. Instead, I feel like I've just walked into the cover of a home decor magazine. Yeah, that is what it looks like.
You guys hungry? Dinner should be here soon.
Sweet. What are we having?
Oh god, are you gonna say sushi?
Well, I figured it'd be good to expose you to some true Japanese cuisine.
Is that sushi? Which is?
Sushi, of course. 100% bona fide nigiri sushi tomaki sushi.
Excellent. Sounds good. I could do with some cold raw fish.
Somehow, when you say it, it doesn't sound so appetizing anymore.
It doesn't sound so appetizing anymore.
Kaito lets out a hearty laugh.
By the way, your things came in a few days ago. I put them in your rooms. Why don't you two go upstairs and start unpacking while I get dinner ready?
What do you mean get dinner ready? I mean, sounds good, but you're just gonna phone someone up, right? Nikki nods and we head upstairs together. The hallway upstairs is narrower than the one back home, but Kaito's house is not small. Nikki heads into the first room on the right. My room is right beside hers, and Kaito's is further down the hall. Even with all the boxes lying around, I'm surprised by how spacious my room is. It might even be larger than my dorm room at CINY. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a room this big. I head over to the wall and sit on the edge of my bed. Thank goodness Kaito had the beds made before we arrived. Thank goodness I don't have to do that. I don't even remember which box holds my linens. Maybe it's this one? Oh boy. I pull the nearest box towards me and rip open the top. Just clothes in here. May as well start putting some of this away though. I've just emptied the box when Kaito's voice echoes from downstairs.
Hey guys, Fruit's here!
Yeah, that was a pretty good sound effect. Nice echo. After dinner. Glad we skipped that.
I'm stuffed.
Oh my god. Ditto. I'm feeling full of this bullshit. Kaito eats the last piece of sushi and washes it down with some green tea.
That hits the spot.
Kaito leans back in his chair, resting his hands behind his head.
So, what was CINY like?
I don't know, I still haven't been. The usual exams, a messy dorm room, a part-time job.
And you still managed to save enough money to buy yourself a bike.
I will just not get over your voice. True, I could have bought it sooner if maintaining a gear wasn't such a money sink.
Oh, you're still using your original gear?
Yup.
Is it getting you trouble? You should probably replace it if it needs that many fixes.
Everyone says that. But when I think about all the time I spent with Dad, oh no, tragic backstory, I'm not ready to put those memories aside. Especially now that they can never be replaced. Oh. Besides, Dad was great at what he did. I know there's still plenty of fight left in that mech. I guess, but Dad and I worked on it together. A lot of blood, sweat and tears went into it, and I'm not ready to give it up. To give up on all of that hard work.
It's true. Especially that one time when Butterfingers here dropped the torch. Remember that? There was a lot of blood.
Nikki! She smiles sweetly at me.
What? I'm just backing you up, big bro.
Big bro.
Uncle Kaito laughs.
I understand. It should be arriving at the academy any day now. All you'll have to do is present the proper ID to claim it. Oh, yeah, that reminds me.
Uncle Kaito jumps to his feet and grabs something off a nearby table. He returns with a packet of papers, which he hands to Nikki.
Here are your transfer papers. They're already filled out, and all the docs you need are in there. All you have to do is hand this to the headmaster first thing tomorrow morning.
Fascinating.
Okay. Thanks, Uncle.
Here.
He hands each of us a SIM card. I just want to get to school. We could have summarized all of this.
Put these SIM cards into your phones. I've already added credit to them to start you off.
Lovely. That's very kind. Kaito looks over at me.
And you took care of your transfer stuff?
Yes. Fantastic. I like that. Yes.
Great.
I pop the new SIM card into my phone. After a moment of waiting, the phone boots up to an empty contacts list. I quickly exchange numbers with Nikki and Uncle Kaito. I can add the rest of my old contacts later.
Don't hesitate to call me if you need anything.
We won't. The conversation lulls into silence and should stop here. Hey Nikki, we should probably unpack a bit before the jet lag takes over.
Good idea.
All right. Don't stay up too late, though. You both have a long day ahead of you tomorrow.
We excuse ourselves from the table and head upstairs. Alright, time to unpack. Excellent. Cannot deal without my books and decorative bowls. I managed to put away most of my things before I'm interrupted.
You done unpacking yet?
I just want to go to school. Nikki seems tense, although there's a small smile on her lips. Her brows are furrowed in worry. Just about. What about you?
Almost. But hey, what do you think about this whole uniform thing? It's kind of weird, isn't it?
No, uniforms are fantastic. Excellent at minimizing or erasing class divide between rich and poor, between those who can't afford designer clothes, who can barely patch up old clothes, or don't have access to constant washing facilities. And whilst school uniforms are unflattering fundamentally, unless playing an Otome game, where I'm sure they'll be interesting. No, uniforms are great. She shifts uncomfortably from one foot to the other. Ah, thank you. I think it's a great idea. It'll be a nice change, and we won't have to worry about mismatched socks or anything like that. See, as far as I know, unless you're playing like sports socks, those aren't part of the uniform. You're gonna have to like pay attention to your socks, Will. Sorry. She giggles.
Maybe that's something that happens to you, but my socks always match.
My socks always match.
Oh, I almost forgot. What kind of uniform do you have to wear anyway? I mean, mine's normal, but you're going to Ace Academy.
Oh, we're not going to the same school. Okay. I shrug. The dress code said something about distinguishing the students in the pilot program from the rest of the student body. The pilots wear teal markings to indicate their program. That's cool.
That sounds good.
That does sound good.
You transferred directly into their pilot program, right?
Why are we discussing this? Why don't you already know, Nikki? I could just learn this by going to school. Yup.
I heard that program's hard to get into, but I never doubted you. I hope they're ready for you because you're going to kick butt.
Kick butt.
Thanks, sis. The clock on my nightstand flashes 11 p.m. I think it's a good time to go to bed.
What? Already?
I gently herd her out of my room.
But it's not that late.
Cute emoji face.
Come on, you don't want to be falling asleep in class now, do you? God, I'm so responsible. She pouts, and I'm worried she'll continue to argue, but she just mumbles something incoherent and turns towards her room. Good night.
Night.
I return to my mess of boxes and try to organise them into something resembling a neat pile. As I reach for the last box, a picture frame falls to the ground with a loud clatter. My heart tightens in my chest as I snatch it up and expect it for any fractures. Time for late night emotions. Luckily, it's unharmed. I run my finger over my our smiling faces. Me, Nikki, Mom, Dad. We were at the fair, and Nikki wanted to ride the roller coaster. I remember Mom and I had just argued over something stupid before the picture was taken, but you'd never be able to tell from this photo. Mum always looked so poised and together. I place the frame beside my computer, trying to ignore the lump in my throat. I lay on my bed and close my eyes, but my thoughts refuse to quiet. I wish they would. Let's go to school. Eventually, my exhaustion takes over and I fall asleep among a tangle of questions and what-ifs running through my mind. And with that, we will leave it there. It's gonna load up something, but we will resume more morning internal chatter. Until next time, friends. Thanks for joining me with Ace Academy.
朝の目覚まし時計毎日間平凡で過ぎていてそんな日々が好きで君が緩んでも何度だって手を取るよ歩きづらくても